were born before the wind, also younger than the sun. Yeah, the bonnie boat was one as we sail into the mystic.
Welcome to Three, the most innovative metaphysical program ever created. Join Chris, Rainey, and Mona as these amazing intuitives provide you with a three-dimensional divination into your most important questions. Now, from Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, enjoy Three with our hostess, Mona Van Joseph.
Welcome, everyone. Sorry, John just made me laugh. Welcome, everyone, to the latest episode of Three. How do you be on Three? WWDBTV.com. I'm joined by Chris Gray, our master astrologer, Rainy Day, our intuitive medium, and me. I'm your tarot consultant here, and we're here to answer your question in a very three-dimensional way. So the way the program works is that we're going to get you on the air. You're zooming in, all right? So we have Ken in our green room right now. So you're going to zoom into the program, and you're going to choose which one of us you want to have answer the question first. Then you're going to tell us a specific question, and then the three of us will answer your question with the one that you've chosen first to answer your question. So that's how it works here. And we're going to be back here in just a minute with Ken. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
We were born before the wind, also younger than the sun. Yeah, the bonnie boat was one as we sail into the mystic.
Welcome to Three, the most innovative metaphysical program ever created. Join Chris, Rainey, and Mona as these amazing intuitives provide you with a three-dimensional divination into your most important questions. Now, from Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, enjoy Three with our hostess, Mona Van Joseph.
Welcome again, everyone, to this fabulous new episode of Three. Now, how do you be on the program? You go to www.3.vegas, THREE.vegas, and then you go to the How to Be on Three page. Contact form that you fill out, and then it comes to our producers, and then we notify you about a week before our filming about you being on the air. We usually have any given weekend between 10 and 12 openings for people to be on the air. So just want to let you know, get your request in early because we take them in the order that they've come into the website. So I'm here with the fabulous Chris Gray, our master astrologer, Rainy Day, our intuitive medium, and I am your tarot consultant. So the way the program works is we're going to have our caller zoom in, and that person chooses which one of the readers they would like to have answer their question first. And then after they've chosen that first person to do the reading, then you ask, or our caller will ask their specific question. And the three of us at some point will actually answer the question individually, about 5 minutes each. And then we will all collaborate to concentrate on our caller. So we have Ken waiting in our green room. Welcome to the program, Ken.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Hey, so we want to know, how did you find three.vegas?
Through a friend.
Oh, excellent. Tell your friend thank you for referring you to the program. Okay. And so which one of our readers would you like to have answer your question first?
Well, why don't we just go right down the middle to Rainey?
You got it. Okay, so what is your question?
I have a little bit of background, about 30 seconds.
That's fine.
Should I go into that?
Yes, of course.
Well, I am at a crossroads right now. The company where I've worked for over 40 years is closing, and I'm being forced to look for new employment. I do have two opportunities in front of me. One is with an aerospace company, and the other is with an insurance company. And I can earn $15 an hour more at the aerospace company, but it will be higher stress, but more rewarding. I work at the insurance company would be much easier for me, but probably less rewarding. Neither company has given me an offer yet. I have more interviews coming with both. I could use some insight into my future. So I guess my question is, what is my future with these two?
Well, thank you for that question. Before we get started, is there a Marty that you know that is alive or on the other side?
I do know one Marty.
I don't know why that name is coming to me, but it's going to be significant. And has it been a while? Is that person alive?
Yes, not a very close friend, an acquaintance.
You might want to reach out to that acquaintance, maybe take them out to coffee, catch up. There might be something significant that may lead you down a path. Immediately when you started talking about these companies, you're going to get bored with the insurance world. You're just going to get bored. And it's not necessarily all about the money, because I feel like you're very, very there's a lot of stability within that money that you have. Your financial status is good, but I feel like you still, you want to work. You're still part of your plan to still save some more money. But the aerospace one really caught my eye. And they may not, you may be put into a little bit of a different position than what was originally offered. And I don't want you to poo-poo it or flush it away so quickly. I want you to sit with it. I think it's for your highest and greatest good, and that you may not be seeing the potential of that position. I also want you, I see that there's another certification that might need to be, just give me 1 second. It has to do with cyber security. I feel like firewalls, I feel like there's not a lot of redundant. Uh, does any of this make sense to you? I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about, but they said you would. But there's not enough redundancy. And that might be something, that's that little hook that you could offer them in the interview process that you would like to maybe implement and really look at and have more redundancy. Because in this cyber world that we are experiencing, especially, is it a department of, you don't have to answer this. It feels a little bit like they have a little portion of Department of Defense with them. It feels like there might be a little bit of a security clearance. I don't think that that's going to be a problem at all. Just be completely transparent with all of that, because you don't want them coming back to you saying, well, you didn't tell us about this. You didn't tell us about that. It's not going to get out anywhere into the world, but at least be completely open with them. Does any of this resonate? I feel like I'm going down a rabbit hole, but I think that it is this something you would recognize?
Yes, it does.
Be
Yes.
very, very transparent, but I really want you to go in there with suggestions, not just, I want you to not be afraid either. And would you, honey, it's just you and me. I'm 63 and I'm so grateful I just woke up this morning. I want you to take age and throw that stuff in the toilet and flush it down. That is your mantra every morning. My age doesn't matter. Literally, if you have to take out a piece of toilet paper and throw it in there, flush it down the toilet every day. Age is just what you're thinking. It's not who you are, and it's not, your hiring ability is not going to be focused, or it's not a precipice, and it's not going to be, not a precipice, but it's not going to be something that they decide to hire you or not. So get that out of your mind, because what we fear and what we think is all energy, and we bring it to us. Would you understand what I just said?
Absolutely. Yes.
Knock it off, my friend. Knock it off, because I can go out there and I can kill any interview just by being me. And when I'm me and think out of the box and offer them things that they may not even thought of, holy schmack, before you get home, you're going to have an offer letter more than what you could have ever imagined.
if you take some of Spirit's caveats. They're showing me Cher in that movie Moonstruck with Nicolas Cage, and she just pulls her arm out and she goes, bam, snap out of it.
I love that.
I
scene.
love you, but I want to shake you. You're so gifted. You're so smart. Get out of your own way. Be your authentic self. Maybe look at the cyber protection. Maybe even if you have to get a certification, or tell them that I'm in the process of and you paid for it. And redundancy. And I'm going to leave you with that, my friend. You are so brilliant and bright. And what you bring to the table, all you have to do is get all of that other BS out of the way. God bless.
Thank you.
That was amazing.
Am I turning red?
Yeah, you were really
So when I
passionate about
turn
that.
red, yeah, that's kind of like and sometimes a little angel appears on my neck.
Wow.
It tells me that do it. I'm like the
Okay.
mother, do it. Do it.
Snap out of it. I
Right?
love that
Snap
scene.
out of
Oh my
it.
God. So Ken, who would you like to have answer your question next, me or Chris?
Let's go. My left to right would be Chris.
Okay, you got it.
Great.
All right, you go, girl.
Hello. I'm
Hi.
super excited to do this. You have such an interesting chart, and the first thing that comes to me is you are brilliant. You have so much Mercury in your chart. Mercury is the sign of communication. It encompasses all types of communications. When I see this in someone with so many aspects in Mercury, that tells me you're so intelligent. So I think analysts, auditors, engineer, anything where they're dissecting information, you're so good with information. So definitely could be like IT or a cybersecurity, but you also have this ability to just dive in really deep into information and like dissect it. So anything revolving that is just your natural gift, and you're just naturally talented at that. And also there's another aspect, and it's so strong, and I love to see it. And I'm going to call you Mr. Popular, because people just love you. They love your energy. You were probably really popular growing up too, probably like basketball star or like football star or something like that. But you have this aspect that talks about the way that you approach things and your energy. People just really gravitate to that. You also have some other aspects that talk about your ability to earn money, so you attract resources and wealth quite easily. And that's kind of the direction that your chart goes in. It starts with, it's ruled, your rising is Virgo, which is ruled by Mercury, but your second house is also involves that, or your first house, excuse me, also involves the Jupiter, lucky planet Jupiter. So it's the luckiest planet in astrology. So it talks about that you're able to attract wealth. And okay, so you have those. Now, to answer your question, you have some really big transits going on. Right now, you have lucky planet Jupiter transiting your ninth house. You also have some other big, long transits. So Jupiter is a year-long transit. It's been in your ninth house for about 9 months now. You also have some other really big placements. When these transits, excuse me, when Jupiter and these other transits together transit your ninth house. Ninth house can involve, I think you said something about certification. So that's usually the first thing that comes to me is it's going back to school. It could be on the job experience, like training, but it's some type of training, certifications, and also it can involve travel. So I do see with your natural gift, as far as the Mercury being so prominent in your chart. And then also with these transits, I think that aerospace would be, is that what we said? Aerospace, right? I think it would
Yes.
be phenomenal industry for you. And whatever industry you go into, you have this ability to really shine your light. And so it's really high profile. It looks like your role concerns some type of data either dissecting data or gathering data or something that has to do with data and communications, but it's really prominent. So you actually have a really important role in whatever industry that you decide to go to. But I'm really leaning towards the aerospace for you. Also, I wanted to touch on, so we are going through a series of eclipses. We're in the Aries Libra eclipses. So eclipses are new moons and full moons on steroids. This particular series is mostly new moon solar eclipses. And what that means is new beginnings, new energy coming through. And so you have a lot of changes going on, a lot of new beginnings coming for you. And they started about maybe I'm going to say last March, and they're going to continue until about next April, give or take. So they fall in your first house and second house, and then they also fall in your seventh and eighth. So what that means, the first is who you are. It really talks about who you are at your core. It also directs your entire chart. So you're going to have so many new beginnings here. I probably started about a year ago, continuing for the next year, where you're going to look back a year from now and not really recognize, like you're like, oh my gosh. So there's going to be a lot of life events. And I think definitely this transition into this new career with this new employer is definitely going to be a big one, but it's meant to happen. These eclipses bring about events that bring you closer into you going into your life purpose. So they're definitely supposed to happen. And it also is going to affect your money, and it's going to hit your lucky planet, Jupiter, in your second house of money. So whatever industry or role that you decide to take on is going to be very, very beneficial for you. Not only for you feeling like fulfilled, but also the ability to amass wealth or additional wealth, or basically achieve any of your financial goals that you have. So, but I'm leaning towards the aerospace, but it is especially if it involves any kind of communication or data auditing, engineering, being an analyst, anything like that.
Can you see a time frame?
Okay, so it looks like right now would be a great time for the training or the certification. I'm going to give it actually, this is really close now. Like
Soon, any day now.
Or really soon. Oh, thank you. Because okay, so while the lucky planet and along with other transits are in your house of training and certifications and going back to school and on the job training, things like that, the next house, the progression from that is it goes into your 10th house of your public reputation, your career, what you're known for. You have what is called a stellium in your 10th house. Your stellium is 3 or more placements in a certain area of your chart. And so that gives a lot of energy. So that plays into you being in the spotlight and having a high profile position or a very visible role. And so as Jupiter enters into your 10th house, which is over the course of the next few weeks, I would give it anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks. You're going to have this whole new world of opportunities that come to you as it relates to your career. So I don't feel like you're going to get just one offer. I think you're going to have multiple offers and a lot of different options to choose from. And it may not even be in insurance or aerospace. It may be completely different, because within the next 4 weeks, you're going to see just this whole kind of new opening of opportunities. And it's going to be for an entire year too.
I can't wait to talk to you, Ken. I can't wait.
Sounds
Okay.
exciting.
So before I even turn cards over, I want to tell you there's a third offer. So I do not see you going into insurance at all. That's not where you're going. It's there. Aerosmith.
Let's go to a concert. Walk this way.
Oh, that was quick.
That
Very
was
good.
from him.
Oh, somebody. Okay, sorry guys. I think there's a third offer, and what I want you to do is I want you to sort of test the waters. Go on your LinkedIn profile and connect with anyone you've ever breathed on. All right, since it's public knowledge that your company is closing, I actually want you to write a thank you to your company and tag all the people that you worked with on LinkedIn. So you're going to, and I want you to do this today because it's public knowledge your company's closing. So what happens is that all these people that you have breathed on are going to see your post and go, oh my God, Ken's company's closing. We might have a place for Ken. So when Chris closed her little segment with you that there's going to be multiple job offers, it's exactly what my intuition was picking up, that there will be 3 viable offers for you. And I don't think one of them is the insurance company. I think it's the aerospace one, and there are 2 others. And there are people that have loved working with you. There are people that have left this company that you're at right now and at someplace else that find out that this company's closing, and they reach out to you and go, Ken, dude, come work with us. All right, so now I'm going to do your cards because I'm telling you, I think that there are going to be 3 offers and none of it's connected with insurance. All right, so I'm going to draw your cards right now. So I draw with my left hand because it's closest to my heart. So whenever I do an event, that's what I do. Now, here's the funny thing. Okay, so your mind moves so fast. And this is even more magnified if you happen to be Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. When is your birth sign?
Mm-hmm. He's a
Gemini.
sun.
Oh, Gemini.
And his rising is Virgo, so both ruled by Mercury. Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's
okay.
brilliant.
Okay, but you think way faster than most people. So it's almost as if your brain finishes sentences before people actually finish their sentences. But you know what? These cards say that you were ready to leave this job, but you wouldn't have left the job had the company not closed because of the Virgo that I just found out you have in your chart. You wouldn't have left that job if they weren't closing the company because you kind of were in your groove there. So these 2 cards are very interesting because you have 2 cards here. One is called guilt and one is called conditioning. Both of them indicate that you've been in a trapped or pigeonholed sort of situation. In other words, all the other brilliance that you could bring to the table, it's like you had this glass ceiling on top of you and you couldn't do more because you did what you did really well at this company for 40 years. So now you're being set free. And instead of being upset about it, you need to be looking at this like it's the most fabulous thing that could happen to you, because so many people out there like you. And I actually think that in a former life, you were someone that was the knight in shining armor in the sense that you slayed all the dragons. So when Rainey was talking about security and when Chris was talking about information or guarding information, it's something you're naturally good at according to this card. It's like you're the warrior that protects. And so it's because it happens to be more magnified because you are a Gemini. What it's saying is that you think on so many different levels right now, and you have this ability to tell people the truth without making them angry, because it's like, or without making them feel stupid. That's probably even better way to describe it, is that you can gauge how smart somebody is by your interaction with them, and you can cater to how you explain things to people based on how smart they are, and you don't make them feel stupid in the process. So here's the thing. You love to work. This card here, now it's the exhaustion card, but it's reversed. So people on the outside would call you a workaholic, but because you actually love the work, it's not you being a workaholic. It's because you love the work. So the message in my cards to you is the next job you go to, love the work, because whatever you do during 8 hours is going to be good enough. But I really want you today to connect with anyone on LinkedIn that you've ever breathed on. Connect with us on freaking LinkedIn. Anyone you've breathed on. And then you script, and I know you can do this because you're that smart. and you got that Virgo in you, you got that Gemini in you, I want you to script a beautiful goodbye letter to the company on LinkedIn. And I want you to tag all the people that are currently working there that are going through the same thing as you, because they're going to turn around and share your thoughts on their page and say something like ditto. That's how you get the new job.
Very good idea.
Leave them here.
Please leave the cards there. Spirit never tells me anything that you're not ready to hear. And I feel that a loved one, a partner, this feels more like a partner, a marriage type of situation, that there was maybe a little cancer scare, a little bit of a health issue in the past, and we've overcome that. That is going to start to reveal its ugly head again. They're showing me her heart light just kind of dimming somewhat. It is a woman. And then the guilt card. I don't want you to feel guilty about anything to do with that relationship. It is what it is. It's mutual. But she is going to need care outside of
him.
It's actually outside of the location. That there's not enough sophisticated, I'm seeing stem cell research. I'm being shown Jerusalem University, Israel. They're showing me, Cedar Sinai.
Clinical trials.
Yeah, that your partner, I feel like you're married, but your partner that could really benefit from them. In your charts, do they show any life events that have to do with health or anything like that, or partnership? She will be okay, but she's got to have, like what Mona just said, a different type of intervention if that resonates. But does his chart show anything like that?
I mean, definitely there is the partnership house, and he does have some very major transits that just began probably with over the last couple months, maybe very recently. So it definitely can talk about it can be not him, not directly affecting his relationship, but like an indirect connection there. So definitely in that transit specifically, this is Saturn, and so it can feel very restrictive. It talks about as it relates to a partnership, it changes the relationship, but it's not necessarily through relational issues. It's something completely undirected or completely unrelated to the relationship itself. So yeah,
which would be maybe health,
some kind of circumstance.
And I want to add something else, which has nothing to do with what you guys just talked about.
That'll work.
Can I pick up that there is a younger person around you? I get the vibration that this is a younger man that might have gone through some sort of crisis with addiction. And it's making you feel like you're responsible in some way. But this person, and it's funny because Rainey said that it's not really your responsibility to help this woman so much except to point her in a different direction. But I get the same vibe with this younger man, that there may be somebody that you, either a son or a son figure or a nephew or someone that you have in some way have become fond of and have taken under your wing. But there's this younger man with some addiction issues. Do you recognize him?
No. Could that be somebody in my near future, possibly?
Yes. And here's the thing. You are so smart and so focused and so disciplined. And as a matter of fact, I could actually say it's your discipline that leads to your freedom. All right. That this person, I think, finds himself very drawn to you because he wants to be just like you. He sees that what you do seems so easy, when in fact it's just a matter of your own ethics becoming a routine. But there's this, I get this younger man that's kind of troubled, and for whatever reason, kind of adopts you. So it's just something that popped up here, and I had to say it. So there you go.
Yeah. And I'm also seeing an animal, a very beloved animal, starting to transition. You have a lot of transitions this year. And it doesn't mean that it's negative or positive. It's just a transition. So just embrace that and make that transitioning very beautiful and surrounded with love.
I get the feeling he's about to be set free.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I mean, that's the vibe. Is that I keep getting, he wouldn't have left this job had the company not closed, right? But now that
100%.
the company is closing, it's like you're being set free. You're being given permission to look somewhere else. It's like if you can finally have the chocolate ice cream cone with sprinkles instead of just eating vanilla. It's just, I keep getting that there's this whole new adventure for you. It may not be the aerospace one. It's definitely not the insurance one. I think there's going to be a total of 3 offers presented to you in a very short amount of time. And then you're going to have to call us again and go, well, gee, which one do I take? Because they're all good.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
I also see like a Department of Defense or a security clearance with this
He's
job. And I don't know
smart.
if it's aerospace
Crazy
or not.
smart.
Crazy smart.
Whatever it is, whatever they offers,
It's going to be
like really good money.
like crazy money.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
It's not the $15 you're talking about, my friend.
And I feel like that's where it sets you free, where it sets them free, because sometimes our loyalty, we stay with what's comfortable. But the universe, actually, Mona, I learned this from you. Change happens in 2 different ways. Either makes you uncomfortable, or the universe, so you have to change, or the universe sends you this blessing that, you have you can't turn it down.
See, both of them are happening with
yes.
him. See, you're either made so uncomfortable where you are that you have to make a change, or you're offered something so amazing that you have to make the change.
Yeah.
But in Ken's case, both are happening.
I agree.
See, he gets to be totally transparent that his company's closing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like his company went, bankrupt. I think somebody's retiring and they don't want to do it anymore, and they don't want to try and sell the company, whatever. But I think Ken's
it's a blessing.
He's been set free.
This is a blessing in disguise, my friend. Embrace the suck. Because it will go away, I promise.
Hey, so Ken, we always like after we've kind of, collaborated with you, we like to get your feedback on what did you think about what we told you today?
I was writing down "embrace the suck."
Oh, you are so smart.
I got some really good insight. You were insightful in that the aerospace company is going to require me to get a secret clearance.
Yep. Certification, baby. There it is.
And there could be some certifications that I need to get first as well.
I think they're going to pay you through all of that anyways.
And not only that, it's like he worked for a company for 40 years. It's like there's not much to look at.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you change jobs every 3 months, or, decided to disappear off the radar and kind of be off the grid for 4 years. It's like people will be able to track where you've been, and not in a bad way. I really get this to be incredibly positive for Ken. I'm so happy that you decided to reach out to us. Is there anything else you want to tell us?
How long were you at this job?
45 years.
Wow.
No, he said it earlier. I just remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not that smart.
Okay.
So I really like the idea of writing a thank you note to my previous company and on LinkedIn. And there are, in fact, several of my coworkers who left and went elsewhere locally that, like you said, may read that and push me towards some other offers.
Whatever you land in, I get the feeling you're going to love it.
I do too.
So this is wonderful.
And it's the change that you needed. at the right time.
What was your phrase again? Something about embrace the suck.
Embrace the suck.
I'm gonna remember that.
It's going to be sucky for just a few moments.
Not very long.
Not
No,
long.
no. I get it. I get a
You're
feeling.
past all the worry.
This is going to be the next 10 years of your career is going to be the funnest part of your career. It would be like, matter of fact, well, who was the actor? His first name's Ken, that was in the movie The Hangover, the guy that was the doctor.
Oh, Dr. Chow?
No,
Ken, John, yeah, I know who you're talking
okay.
about.
So, he went into acting, and there was an interview about him. He goes, yeah, I was a physician. I, made good money for my family, blah, blah, blah. But I've had the best time of my life ever since I decided to go into acting. And I actually think you're going to get the same feeling. So thank you so much for being a part of our program today, Ken. You were a delight to read for.
Thank you very much for your time.
All right. Thank you so much.
God bless.
Bye, Ken.
Bye.
Wow. What a fabulous guy to call
I
him.
have
Oh my
chills
God. We
all
love him.
over
We
my
love
body.
him.
He's so smart.
So, all right, you guys, how do you be on 3? You go to www.3.vegas. You go to how to be on 3, click on that page, fill out the contact information. And I got to let you know, we take the calls or the emails to us in the order that they come in. So that's how you get to be on priority for the show. So if you're watching this show, jump on. We might not be able to get you on the program for a couple of months, but you'll be in the right order, and we kind of number who comes in. So jump on there, even if you're remotely interested in being on the program, because we'd love to be able to do a reading for you. Again, I'm here with Chris Gray, our master astrologer, Rainy Day, our psychic medium, and me. I'm your intuitive tarot consultant. Please reach out to us through 3.vegas if you'd like to get a hold of any of us for a reading. Thank you so much. Blessings for you to tune in, and we'll see you next time.